been falling into the same traps. I've been trying to look after my well-being. My aim is 7 out of 10 or higher, which is miraculous in that I'm usually ending my days on 2 or 3 out of 10. Historically, this is a new leaf, so we're trying. Today's a Monday. I get in usually at 7:15 in the morning. I'm at work now, and usually on Mondays I have exec meetings, so I don't usually finish till 5, so it's a big day. And then Tuesdays there's meeting after school. This week, unfortunately, there is also some principals conferences that take place after school this week as well. And then I've got P&C on Wednesday night as well. So that's 3 days in a row I've got something after school, which is painful. It's hard to look after your well-being when things keep eating into your own time. Don't you agree? So the mission is to look after my well-being and just track it as we go. Something that I've found helps me in the morning is I listen to music as I get into work. I usually get here early before everybody else, so I try to get in, get my music on and everything, so I'm bopping away, so I've got a very good mood until I can't concentrate with the music on. So that's one tip that has helped me. Now the other thing that I have slowly gotten the hang of doing, I don't do it every day and I really should, and my well-being suffers if I don't, is I've got my Outlook calendar full of tasks, but every day I need more than some alert that pops up on my screen to say do this. So I actually every morning, not every morning, and I should, in order to help my well-being, I actually put each task in my phone in terms of an alarm that has to go off to tell me it's time to go and do that thing. Because that helps me if I'm stuck with someone, I can say, oh, that's the thing that I've got to do. And then I can go and get that task done, because it's kind of an excuse that the alarm goes off on my phone and I can stop that and say, I'm sorry, I've got to go get this done, or got to go and tend to that thing. So that is one thing that I have found actually helps keep me on track. Otherwise, I sort of wander around all day and you know, busy getting doing things, but then I look back at my list and I haven't done much that was actually on my list every day. So I find that once that is set up, that actually helps my well-being levels, and I get up to, I might go from a 6 when I sit down to an 8, because at least my day is planned and I've got that ready. Yeah, that doesn't mean that everything is going to come from left, right and centre and ruin it all, but then the next morning I have to plan out the changes that things didn't get done the day before. Try it, maybe it's something that will help you too. Now I know what you're thinking, and you're thinking, well, why don't you put the Outlook alarms on your phone? And that's because in order to look after my well-being, I have never ever had emails on my phone, because I would get 75, sometimes 100 emails a day, and I do not want my well-being to suffer and have to deal with emails that I can't deal with on my phone because they're too complicated, I need a computer and stuff like that, ruining my well-being all day long, every day. I just can't handle that. So I've never ever had emails on my phone. I'm not saying I'm brilliant by any means, and I know it's double handling to set alarms, but I need that alarm to go off and then go off again to go and do the things I have to do. I need more than just a little dingle notification that I'm meant to be doing something. So that is the reason why I don't have those emails and Outlook and stuff on my phone, because I refuse to. I'll check the emails when I'm good and ready to, and that helps my well-being. I don't know about you. Hi, well, I've done my rest in my car and I've defragged a bit, so my well-being's now about a 7.5 out of 10, which is much better than it was, because it was pretty bad there. So I'm going to go home and have a coffee and something to eat. Long day. What did I do wrong today? I didn't look after myself properly at the end of the day, and therefore my well-being plummeted, because I fell into my typical habit of continuing to work at the end of the day when I am completely dysfunctional and trying to catch up on all the things with parents and things that they need and colleagues and stuff, and what do I get? Empty. So, work in progress. Well, it's after work I'm in my car. I've done my third space thing, put my car seat back, had a rest, and I think I was pretty frustrated at the end of today. A bunch of things happened right at the end of the day, which is always the way in a principal's life, and here I am. So I've processed a bit of that, and then I have this chart that I actually haven't done yet this year, which I probably should do, but I've realised I'm not even organised enough, and I don't even have a pen that I can grab quickly. So anyway, and this is the chart. I'm going to take a picture. I'll turn this around so you can see it. This is the chart. So the first thing is, that's my third space tracker, and it says stand up when my go home alarm goes off. Did I do that? No. The next one is, if interrupted, say I'm trying to look after my well-being, feel free to talk while I pack up. No one interrupted me. Well, they did, but it was on the phone, so that didn't work out so well. Close laptop no matter what is on. I did do that, no matter what. And the next one says walk out and go to the third space, which is into my car, which I have done. And then the blue ones, I'm going to turn this around and just talk you through what's next. Then the blue one says circle my emotional energy levels. When I got in the car, my emotional energy levels was 7 out of 10. And that is my mission, to be 7 out of 10 or higher, but I still need my third space exercise to look after my well-being when I come out of work. So then close my eyes, process my emotions, which I've done, and then circle emotional energy levels, and I'm now an 8 out of 10, so I've come up 1, so that's something, I suppose. Now on my chart, which I'll now pen to, if I'm less than a 5 out of 10, then I've got one side of the chart to fill out, and if I'm over a 5 out of 10, I've got the other side of the chart to fill out, which is to help me plan the afternoon so that my well-being stays high, so or gets repaired, either way. So I'm going to turn it around so you can see that, and I'm going to walk you through my answers for today, which I haven't even done this chart yet today because I can't even find a pen to do the chart. So I'm not a under 5 out of 10, but that's this side, which I'm not at this stage, but I am over a 5 out of 10. So my first question is, what specific downtime do I need before moving towards my purpose? I reckon I need an hour. I need an hour of just sitting, having a coffee, something to eat, chatting with my husband, and so until what time? Gosh, what's the time now? So it's about 4:40. I probably need to go to about 5:45. What specific purpose do I feel like acting on? One of my purposes is to sculpt. So I'm going to work on my sculptures this afternoon, and I really want to start to load all of these clips. And so these are all the rest of the questions. I'm going to turn it back around and we'll answer the questions rather than you looking at a sheet. So the next question is, so I'm going to work on sculpting this afternoon at about 5:45. How long for? It will probably take me about 45 minutes. And then, what does Kevin have to say about that? The Kevin is my negative voice. The Kevin part of me says, you cannot be bothered to make the mix up. That's what Kevin says, and then you don't want to do that because it's actually really painful to make the mix up, because the cement that I use I have to sift it all, which is a pain in the butt. But can I be bothered to go to the hardware store to get new concrete? No, I can't. So I'm just going to use the cement that I've got. So that's what Kevin says. How can I defy Kevin and be true to me? So I'm sorry this is wobbling. I'm a bit shaky and I don't have a stand in my car. I'm not that organised. How can I defy Kevin and be true to me? I can just get up there and sift the damn cement and make the mix and finish the damn coffee tables, which I've been meaning to do for months, and just do it anyway. How can I reward myself for doing it or making it more enjoyable? Well, I can listen to my music while I do it, and maybe I can have a glass of wine tonight after I've finished. And then specifically, when will I do what? I'm going to go home now. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, I'm going to sit down, have something to eat, have a chat, and then when I'm feeling ready, in about an hour, I'll get ready and go and do my coffee tables and get them done, because once they're done, I can bring them into the house and I can clean up my sculpting shed to work on the real sculptures that I want to work on, which are sculptures for town. In another video I'll show you the sculptures I've already done for town. Long story, I'll explain that later, but that also helps my well-being. So now that I've actually just planned that in my head, I reckon I am a 9 out of 10 for well-being, because at least I feel like I'm going to be doing something for me. Okay, that's it from me. I'll catch you in the next video. Look after yourself in the meantime. I know I'm trying to. Bye.